of the water. What else?
And the souvenirs.
And the souvenirs. What kind of souvenirs would you get? You don't know. Have you ever been to Hawaii?
No.
No. Okay. Anybody else want to share? Anthony, where would you go and why?
I would go to East Texas because I grew up there and I just love hunting and stuff.
All right. That's a good one. So you go back to your hometown. Love that. Okay. Anybody else want to share where they would go and why? Aiden.
I would move to Egypt because I kind of want to explore the pyramids.
Oh, yes. My kind of girl. I want to go do that too. That sounds pretty cool. So, anybody else?
I want to go to Colorado because I can go skiing and snowboarding and stuff.
My husband wants to go to Colorado so he can see snow, like real snow, for the first time. Jacob.
I want to go to Greece because that's where my grandpa grew up and I'm Greek.
Oh, that's cool. I really like that. That's really cool. Okay, so now what I need to do, I need you to turn to your notes section for me. Because we're going to go ahead and get started because we do have a lot to unpack today. And I want to make sure that you have everything able. But like I said, I do suggest that you take notes. Before we get started though, don't forget that I forgot about you, but you're flexible seating today. So we're going to switch between today and tomorrow. So Drake, Callan, Delilah, do you even want to try to sit on one? Okay. Callan, you don't even want to try? Okay, that's fine, baby. Okay, Drake, Delilah, grab one. Delilah, grab one from the back. Alexis, grab one from the back. Drake, grab one from the front. Avon, grab one from the front. Joseph, you want to get one from the back? Anthony's looking at me like, oh, is she going to call me? Go ahead and get one from the front.
Me?
Yes, you. Let's see how many I got left. Okay, Anthony, get one from the back. Jordan, get one from the back. The last three, you'll get it tomorrow. No worries. It'll be okay. Do you not want to get one?
Oh, you're coming?
Yes, I'll call you. Aren't you Jordan? Hello. Looking at me like I'm crazy. Okay. While y'all are getting situated, please make sure that your seats are on the side of your desk. That way we're not rolling around on chairs and bowls and having a hot mess happen. Please remember my rules for the flexible seating, please. Okay? And then later on, if you got Anthony, you're already bouncing way too hard on the dude. If you end up not liking it at the end of the class, you can let me know, and I won't put you on the list of randomization to get it each week. Okay, so let's get started. You should be on your notes section for me. On today, on this day in history, we have September 10th, 1897 in London. The first person was arrested for drunk driving. Now this person was a taxi driver who ran his cab into a building. A building. Gotta love it. Ooh, Lordy Lou. Okay, your important messages for me. Again, is getting your virtual assignments done that were given to you before you came. Now, you do not have to do the virtual assignments that were issued Tuesday, Wednesday, or today. You guys are back in school, you're doing the same assignments here, okay? Just as the virtual kids are. The virtual kids are watching their videos and they're doing their own assignments, but you were virtual at one point, your virtual assignments did not disappear. I've already called parents. So some of you are getting conversations when you get home. Just saying. Beware. All right. So today we are going over, there it is. We're going over the 13 colonies. So let's look back. We were talking about early American settlements. So our early American settlements were Jamestown, Roanoke, and Plymouth. Plymouth was the one where you had the first Thanksgiving. Okay? So those were our early American settlements. And despite the fact mean, if you were in England and you knew every single thing that happened in Roanoke, do you really think you would come to the New World?
Yes.
You would still come, even if you knew that a whole bunch of 117 colonists disappeared?
No.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Stay there.
That's what I thought. You would stay in England, huh?
Yes.
Well, these people did not care. They had it so bad in England that they had to leave. They had to. And we're going to get into that when we talk about each of these. Now, what I'm going to give you for your notebooks is a blank 13 colonies, and you're going to fill it in with me as we talk about it. I highly suggest that you use 3 different colors to color them in and to write their names in. Only because I, wink wink, think that it's going to help you tremendously with what we need to do later and tomorrow. Remember yesterday when I told you to take notes, and it more than likely helped you with what our assignment was yesterday? Trust me again today. So, I'll hand you some. Here you go, baby. Okay. So this is going to get glued inside your notebook. So cut it a little bit. And I'm not saying cut exactly the fine lines. Just cut a big square, big circle, whatever you feel like. And paste it into a notes page on your notebook. Okay, this is going to make it very easy for you. I'm just saying. Here, Anthony. You just got to give me back the crayons, okay? What's up? Okay, well, I have pencils because those are the only couple crayons I got. You better give me these back. These are mine. Ain't nobody else's. Okay. So, y'all get that pasted into your notebook. Should be in the notes section. I'm going to give you about a minute to do it because it doesn't need to be beautiful just right now. It'll look beautiful after we're finished with it. Okay? Perfect. You just made a huge mess on the floor though. Make sure you give yourself plenty of room to take any funny little symbol notes because I have a bunch of them to help you remember some of these things. So give yourself plenty of room. Let me put my X in here first. There, baby. Boom, done. Love it. Okay. So, as I'm going through it, I'm going to more than likely tell you what I would suggest that you write down. Wink, wink. Okay? Trust me, please trust me when I tell you that you should write something down. You should more than likely do it this time. So, let's backtrack. I'll backtrack some more while y'all are finishing up that. Now, we had Jamestown, we had Roanoke, and we had Plymouth. And all that word got back to England about how great it was, even though we know a lot of details that they don't know, because they don't have the same communication that we do now, correct? Yes. They didn't have cell phones, they didn't have emails, they barely had mail, because remember, they can't send mail across the sea as quickly, okay? Now, with that being said, they were under so much hardship in England that they had to leave. And we'll talk about that. So are we ready to move on?
Yes.
What you need, Anthony? Are you good? You need blue? I thought I handed, oh, you need blue. Oh, I was like, what are you saying, child? Here, can you catch it so I don't have to walk all the way over there?
You gonna miss.
I don't know, I just threw it right to him, so that's not my fault, that's his. Baloney! Are you kidding me? That was too! You could have totally reached for it!
I feel like it.
If you don't feel like it, okay, then that's not my fault.
No. You don't feel like
Oh, nice. That's funny. Because I don't feel like walking. That's funny. Oh.
Because I don't leave the loud
All right, goobers. Let's go. Are you ready? Dude, I told you didn't have to do it perfect. Just cut out a square and stick it on there. Okay. Yeah, that's great, Delilah. Because that's what I asked, girlfriend.
This.
Perfect. Okay. These, yes. Okay. Let's get back. So. Oh my gosh. Ooh, this mess is killing me. Okay. So all these people came to the New World because they just had to get away. So many people came. Obviously, this was at different times in the year. Anthony, if you pop that ball, dude, on the third day, you are going to ruin it for everybody. I'm warning you. Hey, there's no need for that, like, at all. I'm getting on to him. That's enough. You don't need to add to it. Good? Fabulous. Okay. See, now you're going to lose my train of thought. Golly, man. Okay. Like I said, they came from England, wanted to come here. They obviously, all of these colonies happened at different times. They didn't all come and boom, this happened. There were different years when this happened. But we're going to just kind of go from the top bottom on talking about them so that you can best understand this. Because this is a big chunk of your American history that's very important, but it's very hard to retain, meaning to stick in your brain. So I'm going to do my best to help you. Okay? But we got to get through it because I have a really funny song that I want to show you, and I have a game that I want to play with y'all. Okay? So, let's start with the New England colonies. Now, the New England colonies are at the top. Okay? The middle colonies, they're in the middle. The southern colonies are at the bottom. Okay? What I want you to look at is on the bottom of our screen right here, there is a compass rose. Does anybody know what exactly a compass rose does? Like, what purpose does it serve? Don't make me voluntold you. Oh, you are raising your hand. I didn't look up. Juan, tell me.
Never eat soggy walk.
Okay, so yeah, you can say never eat soggy watermelon, but what is the purpose? So not a fun acronym of what it is. What's the purpose, Jacob?
To tell you where you're going in the sea.
Very good. Okay, so every single map is going to have a compass rose. So it can tell us what direction we're going when we're traveling. So by sea, by car, walking, whatever. That's how you know where you're going. Now, the regions, these are the regions. These are the 3 different regions of the 13 colonies. Do we understand that? Okay. Okay. Okay, so there are 3 different regions, and the regions are based on their location. So it's kind of obvious that the southern colonies are called the southern colonies because they are the most south, according to the compass, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And then the middle, they're in the middle, right? But what's up with the New England colony one? Why is that one not the top colony or the northern colonies? Why is that one not that? Take a guess. One.
England took it over and called it good.
That's a good one. Anybody else? Delilah?
Because they're not at the top?
Well, technically they are. That's the point at the, yeah, they're at the top. Katie, you got one?
I was gonna say that isn't it a state?
Well, they become states, okay? But remember, when we're talking about early American settlements, they're colonies, because colonies is to bring a group of people over and to create a new settlement, new town, new place for them to live. Now, eventually they do become states. These are all current states right now. These are a part of our 50 states. However, these were the 13 original colonies. That's why we're talking about them, because they are very important. Okay? So even though eventually these become states, it's going to be confusing. So we'll knock that out now. These are colonies right now. Because in this time and what we're talking about right now, we refer to them as colonies, not states. But yes, good point that you brought up. So let's talk about the New England colonies first. So I would prefer if you colored them in with me, okay, and you showed with me, just so that it's on your map, okay? So we're going to start with New Hampshire. New Hampshire is right here, okay? New Hampshire. She's the one at the she's the second one to the top, okay? And I'm going to give you ways to remember them and where they go. So just bear with me. So color in New Hampshire. Her word is right here. If you don't want to write the whole word, you want to write NH, and you understand that that means New Hampshire, that's perfectly fine with me as well. What? Who we what need? Nobody? Nothing? Okay. All right, as you're coloring that one, I'm going to show you Massachusetts. Massachusetts, okay. Massachusetts is the very top one. Very top. She's the big one at the very top.
Do you color that with a different color?
No, all of these should be blue, hence why I am coloring in blue. I'm matching the color of the New England Colony word. Okay, this big one up here, at the very top, that's also Massachusetts. You can write it in for Massachusetts if you need to, that's fine. What I want to show you about Massachusetts, though, so make sure you pay attention. Massachusetts also extends to right here. Okay, she extends to right here underneath New Hampshire. Now, doesn't it look like Massachusetts is hugging New Hampshire? Yes. So Massachusetts is our hugger. She's our hugger. Okay, she's our hugger. And New Hampshire, this is the sister that doesn't want to be hugged. She's that sibling that's just like, don't touch me, I don't want to be hugged. But Massachusetts is like, I want to hug you anyway. Okay? Good? Okay. I'll leave this up here. I'm not erasing anything. It'll be fine. Now I want to talk about Rhode Island. Okay, Rhode Island is this small, itty bitty baby right here. She is basically kind of under Massachusetts' armpit. Okay, she's the little one right there. That's Rhode Island. You can put R-I. So Rhode Island is the little sister. Or, well, that's baby sister. We'll put baby sister. Okay? And then we have Connecticut. Connecticut is right next to baby sister. She's right here. So Connecticut is big sister. So the New England colonies, this is one big family. They are the family. Okay, to help you remember that this family is one region. One region. Okay? And you have in this family the sister that hates hugs. You have the sister that hugs, the baby sister, and the big sister. So Massachusetts is our hugger because she's on the outside hugging New Hampshire. And then there's little baby sister hiding under Massachusetts, which is Rhode Island. And then Connecticut is the big sister just hanging out. Okay? So I'm going to take a minute and make sure you have that ready to go. I suggest you write these notes to help you remember who is who and what is what, because I guarantee it's going to help you with their location.
Oh, like baby sister.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So while you're doing that, I'm going to tell you about the New England colonies. Okay? So now that we've identified them and we see them on a map and we've colored them on our map, we're going to talk about it and we're going to make some notes about that. It's all going to be on your map, so don't worry. Okay? Now, the New England colonies, they were very, very infamous, meaning super duper famous, for being super duper religious. Okay? They were super, super, super duper religious. Now, let me pause because this leads into my next thing of how religious they are. But, like I said, when all these people came over from England, they came here, they were wanting what? What were they trying to get away from? What were they needing? What were they needing?
Freedom.
Freedom! Beautiful! They were wanting freedom. They were wanting freedom. Now, when specific people would come to the New England colonies, they wanted religious freedom. Let me tell you how religious they are. There's a group of people here called the Puritans. These are the people called the Puritans. Okay, they formed up here, got all situated here, were having their religious freedom, they're good. Well, they wanted to spread that. They wanted to purify everybody. They wanted to purify everybody. So it's easy for you to remember Puritans and purify because within Puritan, it has the purify in it. I would suggest it. Wink, wink. It'll help you remember that the New England colony was very, very religious. Very, very religious. If you write Puritans next to it, you'll remember that that's the religious group. If you want to draw a cross or a star, whatever to help you, whatever's going to help you. This is how I can help you. Okay? Now, the New England colonies are very far up north. So does that give you a clue at what their climate, meaning their weather, would be like?
Cold.
Very cold and very snowy. So you can draw a little snowflake to help you remember that it's very cold up there and very snowy. Okay, my snowflake looks a little janky, so don't judge me. So with this weather, do you think it's a little hard for them to grow crops in this weather?
Yes.
Yes, very good. It is very hard for them to grow crops in this weather because it's constantly wet and snowy and just cold. Crops can't grow very well in this climate. So the way that they make money is by raising animals. Okay, so if you want to draw an animal next to it, I'm not going to draw an animal very well, but I'll just draw a little puppy or something. Oh no, it's going to end up looking like a monkey. That looks like a monkey. Oh no. I'm going to stop right there. That looks like a monkey. Okay. But they would raise animals and build ships. So if you want to draw a ship next to it, you can. I will try. Let's see. Boop, there we go. Enough for me. Okay. So they would make their money off of raising animals, building ships, sending them off, coming back, all that good stuff. That was their best way to make money to help their economy. Now, their government, we gotta talk about that. Now, if this big old family, this big old region here, is basically taken over by religious people called the Puritans, who do you think runs their government? Who do you think runs their government? David?
Probably the Puritans.
Yes. So, their government is filled with men that are very high in their church. Okay? So, I told you, this is a very religious region right here. Very religious region. Okay? Because they are trying to purify everybody. They are purifying that government and keeping all the high powers as somebody who is from the church. Okay? So, remember that the New England colonies is very religious. Okay? All right. Let's start on the middle colonies now. Now, we have New York, which is a state now, correct? New York is the big boy on top. Okay, he's the big boy on top. This is our big boy. Big boy. Okay, that's our big boy, New York. It's right here too.
Orange.
Huh?
Orange.
Yeah, I would prefer orange, but if you want to do it in a different color, that's fine too. Whatever color you want, as long as it's 3 different colors. Okay? Okay. Then underneath New York is Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is New York's big boy twin. They're both pretty big and about the same size, and they're on top of each other. Huh?
I want to go to Pennsylvania for a chocolate factory.
What?
There's bears in Pennsylvania.
There's bears in a lot of states. Okay. So if you need to shorten it and put NY for New York and P for Pennsylvania, that's fine. But on your tests and stuff like that, it's going to say the whole name, so you better know which one it is. So I would say that these guys are the twins of this family. These are the twins. These are the big boy twins. Big boy. Say it with me. Do it. Big boy. There you go. There you go. These are the big boy twins. I bet you're going to remember that one now, aren't you? You're going to remember that. We'll have to put that on the... Never mind. All right. Okay. So we have New York and Pennsylvania. They're on top of each other. New York is the one touching the New England colonies. Pennsylvania is not. Pennsylvania is kind of just underneath New York, but that's his twin. Now let's go to New Jersey. Okay, New Jersey, this is the wannabe little brother. Okay, he's the wannabe. He kind of wants to be a part of the big boy twins, but just not quite there. Not quite there. This is little annoying brother. How many of you have little annoying brothers?
Oh my
One too many. I'm about to say, how many of you have just annoying little siblings, period?
Me.
There we go. All right.
Everybody.
Okay. So we got New York, Pennsylvania, and New Jersey. We got the big boy twins, and we got little annoying brother. Okay? Then we have little Delaware. He's just minding his own business. Little Delaware, he's minding his own business. He don't know what he wants to do. Okay, that's Delaware. He's just the I don't know one. Do you ever have a family member that's just like, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's him. He don't know. He don't care. He don't know. That's Delaware. So this is your middle colonies, your middle family, your middle region, because in their location, they are the middle region. Okay? This is the middle region. Now, with the middle colonies, since they're in the middle, how do you think their weather is?
Bad.
You think it's bad? Delilah, what do you think?
I think it's like a little, like, it depends on the season.
Good. Very good. On the nose. So, the middle colony, this is normal. Because they're in the middle. It's normal. Okay, at the top, it's really wintry, and I'm sure you can guess how it is in the south. So, in the middle, it's about normal. Okay, they get some occasional winters. It rains a lot. It's really hot sometimes. It's really great other times.
It's almost like Texas.
Almost. Can't make up its mind, huh? So, if the middle colonies have normal weather, how do you think they can grow crops? Alexis? Easily, yes. They can grow it just fine, all good, okay? So they can do farming, they can harvest, they're all good. They're all good, huh? Yeah. Okay. So, now, whew. Okay. The only one that wasn't, hold on, wrong page. Gosh, Miss Gonzalez, get on the right page now. Okay, here we go. So we talked about their weather. Now, remember how everybody came over for freedom? And the New England colonies, they came for mostly religious freedom?
Yeah.
Okay, so since our middle colony is kind of normal, do you think they also probably came from religious freedom, or maybe it's also religious freedom away from the Puritans? Yes. Yes, more than likely, probably. Okay. They wanted some religious freedom too, but they were not quite vibing with the Puritans. They were just like, you're a little overbearing. We're going to move along. Okay. So they're pretty normal. Your middle colonies are normal, even though they are the big boy twins and the annoying little brother and the I don't know. I don't know, exactly. All right. Okay, so with that being said, the fact that they're about normal, how do you think their government is? If the New England colonies is super religious government, how do you think the middle colonies is?
Good.
You think it's good?
Medium.
You think it's medium? What do you think, Ava?
I think that it's good.
In the middle? Because they're the middle colonies? Yes. But no. So, England, they couldn't really do anything here. Okay, so they were like, you know what, we'll move on, and we'll be in control of the next one. That's what happened. So England's royalty has complete control of the middle colonies government. So what I want you to do is I want you to draw a little crown. A little crown for them because they are completely controlled by England's royalty. So they got a little crown. Okay. They got a little crown. You can put it above New York or Pennsylvania or New Jersey or Delaware because, you know, Delaware don't know what he wants to do. So maybe if you give him a crown, he'll be fine. Okay. So, okay. Now, let's talk about their economy really quickly. So do you think that since they have good farming, they are around some waterways?
Yes.
They have plenty of options. So if they have plenty of options, do you think their economy is really good?
Yes.
Yes, you're very correct. Their economy is great. Okay, they're the best. Perfect. All right, so let me backtrack a little bit just because I want to make sure you know which colonies are what and where they are. So New Hampshire is in New England. Say it with me. New Hampshire is in New England. Very good. Who else is in New England?
Rhode Island.
Rhode Island. Who else is in New England?
Massachusetts.
Who else?
Connecticut.
Connecticut.
Oh,
Okay, now who is in the middle colonies?
New York. Pennsylvania. New Jersey. Delaware.
Good. Okay, so now that we've covered our top, what, and middle, let's talk about our southern ones. Now, our southern ones are our drama mama llamas.
Oh.
They are our drama mama llamas. They, you'll see. Let's start with Maryland. Maryland, she's a little tricky to find because she is hugging. Oh no. Okay, hold on, I had a moment there. Okay, Maryland is hugging Pennsylvania. Okay, she's kind of hiding a little bit. She's hiding. She's embarrassed of her drama mama llama family, so she's hiding, so you don't notice that she's a southern colony. So she is embarrassed and hiding. Oh my word, does Miss Gonzalez know how to spell? I'm just going to put it hidden because Miss Gonzalez can't think right now. She's our hidden one. She's embarrassed of her family. Okay? Maryland's embarrassed. Oh, okay. Then there's Virginia. Who remembers what colony was in Virginia?
I know.
Oh.
I know.
What colony was in Virginia?
Jamestown.
Yes, good. Okay, Virginia was Jamestown. And if you remember correctly, what colony was in North Carolina, which was not very far from Jamestown? Anthony, what colony was in North Carolina? that we talked about yesterday?
Uh,
You looked at a map yesterday that had two places. One of them was Virginia and one of them was North Carolina. One of them had Jamestown. What was the other one?
Georgia?
Nope, that's a colony that came way after. Please pay attention, sir. Aiden, which one?
Roanoke?
Yes, ma'am. Very good. Okay, Roanoke. So, if you can remember that Virginia was with Jamestown, you should be able to find North Carolina easily because North Carolina is sitting happy under Virginia.
Yeah.
Right there. Yeah, I know. Okay. So very easily. And then obviously it's even more easier to find South Carolina because it's south of North Carolina. They were once one and then they separated. So sad.
Why did they separate? They had to.
That's a long story. We'll have to talk about that another day.
Yeah.
We're going over the basics today.
Wait.
So you have North Carolina here, South Carolina here. Huh? Well, no, because they're two different ones. But they're very similar because they have the same name, except one's north, one's south. That's how you remember it easily, though, because one is north and one is south. And if you remember the compass rose, it'll easily tell you which one's where. Okay? And then, of course, we have our biggest drama llama mama down here. At the very bottom, which is very easy to find, so you should know this one automatically every time. Georgia. She is at the very bottom. She is low man on the totem pole because she has the most drama going on down there.
My grandma lives in Georgia.
Georgia is beautiful. But right now it's the drama mama llama of the 13 colonies.
Is it still going on right now?
No, this is way, way, way back when. This is way back when. This is not right now. This is way back in. This is how we started. So we started with our early American settlements. Then everybody was coming over here and was like, oh, we want this too. So they all got here. And this is where we got from.
So what's South Carolina and Georgia's name?
Well, let's see. We should probably name, what should we name them? So should we name Georgia the drama mama?
Yeah.
Okay, what should we name South Carolina? If she broke off from North Carolina, what would she be?
Lost and found.
Lost? You want to put lost? She's lost. She's separated from her one true love. She's lost. There you go. She's lost. Okay. So now let's talk about the southern colonies. Now I'm sure you can guess what their climate was like. What was their climate like? Great. Super hot. However, their super hot climate was perfect for the soil that they had there. So their crops and stuff was just as fine. Just fine. It was just fine. Now, because they had just fine soil, just fine climate, they had a lot of farms. They had a lot of farms. A lot.
A lot.
So can anyone guess what's going to happen if you have a lot of farms and not a lot of help?
They're gonna die.
No. Aiden, what happens?
England is gonna take them back.
No, not quite. Not quite.
People are gonna try to raid.
Huh? What'd you say? They're going to rage? Is that what you said?
No, raid them and take all the.
Raid. Okay, I was like, what did you just say? No, not quite. Okay, this is when, and this is why people, bad people, selfish people, took other people from their homes, brought them here to do their dirty work. What is that called? Slavery. Very good. This is when slavery started to get here. This is when it started to get here. Now, these people decided that they needed help because they had so much crops to do. So they brought enslaved people to be able to help them. This is where it started. Now, let's go into their government. Okay? So if we have super religious, super royal, what do you think this one is? Aiden.
Super, I don't know, bad or something?
Somewhat, yes. Okay, so their government is a lot like ours. They elect people who are supposed to do what they want, but don't. Okay? And they do all the talking. Okay, so it's like if I ask you to send someone to me to tell me what you guys want to do for recess, and that person tells me something nothing y'all agreed on, wouldn't you be upset about it?
Yeah.
That's basically what happened here with all their government. Okay, that's basically what's happening. Now, do you think that because they have good crops and an unfortunate way of helping those crops get done, that they had a good economy?
No.
Somewhat. They had a somewhat decent economy because they had plenty of crops to harvest and they had plenty of help in an unfortunate way. So, let's talk about our drama mama down there real quick. So, in England, fun fact, in England, if you didn't pay your bills, you went to prison.
What?
Yes! Imagine that. Imagine your parents didn't pay their bills, and they had to go to prison because they didn't pay them.
What about the kids?
Exactly. Down there, sit in jail. Bye.
Bye, Felicia.
Bye, Felicia. Exactly. So those people were like, we're not going to prison because even though they don't see. That's why I say Georgia's the drama mama, because Georgia accepted all these people who wouldn't pay their bills. So they're called debtors. Debtors. I always say debtors because this is how it's spelled. Debtors. It's debtors. Now, Georgia was like a sanctuary for them. She allowed them to come into her land to live peacefully and not have to worry about their debt. So they were debt-free when they came over here. So let's draw a money sign. And then put a square around it and then put bars like it's jail. Because that'll remind you of the debtors.
Wait, so the people in Georgia had to go to jail?
No! The people in England would go to jail if they didn't pay their bills.
That's probably why they left.
That's exactly why they left, and they came to Georgia because they didn't have to worry about it anymore. Georgia didn't put them in prison if they didn't pay their bills.
What they do?
That's a whole other story for a whole other day.
And
I'm telling y'all.
This is interesting, but it's also very...
It's a lot, and that's why I can only give you so much at a time because it's a lot. Okay, it is truly a lot. Now, do you have any questions about any of this?
no.
No? Anybody else? Callan doesn't have any questions. He's good over there. Okay. I'm going to leave this so that you can copy it if you're not quite done. Or if y'all are good, I can erase it, and then we can start watching our video.
Oh, yeah. I'm good.
So, I found a really silly video about the 13 colonies, and it's a song.
I'm ready.
Now, does anybody know who Queen is?
Yes.
Well, your parents more than likely know who Queen is. You maybe not, but your parents probably do. Good. Okay. So, let's see. Let's turn this. Let's turn this off because we're done.